There are 3 things that you can do to continue to manifest despite everything going wrong, despite everything appearing to not be in your favor. And today I'm going to share with you 3 important tips or processes that are going to continue to help you stay the course, to persist no matter what the circumstances say on the outside. Tanya Pluckrose here from Rich Results Mindsets. I'm all about helping you master your mind so you can master your life. Okay, let's get going with this conversation today. Well, I'm going to let you know that life is always going to be on life's terms. I mean, we are here to have contrast, no matter what, have contrast, especially when we are going after our desires. And the contrast is part of the game, right? You don't imagine what life would be like if we would only think of what we want and it would happen. I mean, it would get kind of boring. Initially, it sounds delicious, doesn't it? But it would eventually get kind of boring because it's the challenging times or the ups and downs that help us expand and grow. And each and every one of us is here for our soul's evolution. So in order for you to stay the course, as you work on bringing from the 4D your desires into this current 3D reality, this physical reality, here are 3 things that are going to work for you. And these 3 things I want to share with you, I've been doing right now as I am going after this big goal, this big audacious goal to move to Australia. I've been here in America for the last 10 years and I made a decision to go after a big audacious goal to move back to Australia. And I'm going to tell you, it hasn't been sunshine, lollipops and roses. Far from it. I have had to embrace a lot of undesirable, unwanted circumstances that I never saw coming, that they appeared out of nowhere, but I have had to really embody these 3 things in order for me to stay the course. To stay the course no matter what, persisting and knowing that it's going to be all right. So the first thing I highly recommend you do is develop your will. You see, we have been conditioned to live our lives according to our 5 senses, okay? Did you see that? Did you hear that? Oh my God. But in order to not be hijacked by our 5 senses, we have to really become an expert in using our 6 higher faculties. There are 6 of them: intuition, reason, memory, perception, imagination, and will. Now, will is something. We all have a will, but we're often using our will to focus on things that we don't want and milk those things. But what would happen if you developed your will, right, and made it super focused? Really, will is concentration. It's focus. So the first thing is you have to develop your will. It is a muscle that requires you to strengthen, right? So here's an example for you to develop your will. I want you to put a dot on the wall, and I want you to start focusing on that dot of the wall for a minimum of 5 minutes per day. Now, initially, you may only be able to do it for a minute. But if you can do it over a period of time up to 5 minutes, then you are starting to strengthen your will. And then you take it to another level and you put on music. You put on music you would not normally listen to. And for me, it would probably be heavy rock music. Have that playing in the background and continue to focus on the dot in the wall. And this exercise came from my mentor, the late legendary Mr. Bob Proctor. So he is an expert in success and human potential. He's gone now, but he had some incredible tools, tips, and processes to support anyone to master their mind. So I'm just passing on to you what he taught me. Number 2, that I've been working on, no matter what is happening on the outside, right? How to continue to manifest no matter what, is that I have had to constantly live from the end as much as possible all day long. And the way I've done it is to have a picture that I pop up onto the screen of my mind of the end scene of me back in Australia with the cats, Sydney and Serafina. And I constantly, when the outside world says the opposite, and right now I'm hearing the opposite about my permit for the cats to go to Australia, I constantly go back to focusing on the picture on the screen of my mind. You see, the picture, any picture, creates order in the mind, and order is heaven's first law. And if you want to live in a heavenly state, you've got to create it first in the mind. And so a picture helps. You see, the mind can only think on one thing or another, and often we are so disarray, in so much chaos and confusion, because we don't have a picture on the screen of our mind. So get a picture on the screen of your mind. And then the final thing I've been doing, number 3, to help you continue to manifest no matter what is happening, is what I'm doing is I'm noticing when the fear comes up, because the fear comes up out of nowhere. Okay, I'll hear some news that's not favorable, and suddenly I can feel the fear inside my body. And what I do is I can notice the contraction. It's usually a knot, a deep knot, and it happens in my solar plexus. So suddenly I can feel the fear when I am hearing or receiving news that I don't want to hear. And so I am managing the fear by keeping my nervous system regulated. Regulated, trying to keep it as calm, as relaxed, because neutrality, being neutral, is your best friend. You see, if you can be neutral, you remain in a very peaceful state. Okay, so then you are able to maintain a frequency, a certain frequency that's neutral. And neutrality attracts instead of repels your good, because the fear vibration, it just is resistance, and it continues to keep your good away from you. So I am managing the fear by feeling it in my body, noticing where it is, spending time releasing it. So I notice it, I release it, I sit there and allow the energy to release. I don't think about the thoughts. I don't think my way out of a situation. I'm releasing myself into the results I want, right? I release into the results. So I release the fear when it comes up, and then on top of that, once I can feel the release, I then go into God affirmations. No, or just lovely, abundant affirmations. No, everything's working out for me. I always get what I want. No, God is creating perfect results in my life right now. No. Another one I say is, no, God is greater than this. No, everything's going to work out in the end for you, Tanya. So I soothe myself. I love God affirmations because it helps me rely on a power greater than myself, who I call God. You can call this power, right, who's actually helping the earth right now rotate around the sun. This power is inside of us, as well as it is around us. It's in and out. So I am saying beautiful God affirmations. And when I feel the peace, and the peace restores, the nervous system calms down, then I know that God has taken over. So let me know your thoughts. Leave them in the comments if this video, this conversation today has resonated with you. And if you would love some support on your specific situation, that feels very unmanageable right now and you don't know what to do, then just book a 20-minute call with me, and I'm happy just to help you where you are and give you some tips, tricks, or processes that's going to help you get back on track in your hula hoop again, manifesting. All right, my loves, I'll see you soon. Bye for now.